an advertisement in my video? Am I an official YouTuber now? That's official, surely. Surely. Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sam Scott-Thorne and I am a vocal coach based in Glasgow. Now, if you'd like to meet and explore your voice a little more, you can find me on sstvocals.com. You can also find me on Patreon and various other social media platforms, and I'll put the handles down below and over there. Over there. I panicked. I just kept going down. I don't know. That's what happened. Now, if you'd like to consider becoming a patron, you have access to things like early release of reactions, you can fast track reactions, become a reaction, there's special rules on my Discord server, and you have access to all sorts of bonus content like outtakes and my Vocal Anatomy 101 series, so consider becoming a patron and help shape my channel. Now, this next BTS video has been requested a whole lot, and we're going to go and watch it, but first we need to do a shout out to our video sponsor today, Soundcore. Now, the folks over at Soundcore were kind enough to send me a brand new, not even on the market yet, pair of noise cancelling earbuds, the Liberty 3 Pro. These guys right here. These are coming on the market really, really soon, and they thought they'd send them over to me so I could have a little play about and let you know what I think. So here goes. Now, we're going to get to the substance, but let's talk about the style first. These are beautiful earbuds. These are so slick looking, and they also come with loads of extra ear tips and ear wings so that you can find the perfect fit for your ear. I go for the largest ones because I'm an absolute monster, but there are so many different options for you so that you can get the perfect fit for your ear. They come in this beautiful little slidey case, and they're just nestled in there gorgeously. And it's also got lights on the front that tells you how the charging is going on them as well. The actual fit of these earbuds though is impeccable, and they're so easy to put in. You just pop them in, do a little twist, and that locks them in place, and they are not coming out. One of my main problems with wireless earbuds is that they fall out. When I'm taking Otis for a walk and he's yanking on his lead and there's all sorts of chaos, earbuds constantly fall out. But the Liberty 3 Pro do not go anywhere. In fact, I've been walking around shaking my head like an absolute lunatic out in public, and they are still not coming out. So 20 billion points for that one. I mean, that is one of the biggest bugbears about wireless buds for me, is that they fall out all the time, especially with my big lugs. But these ones just stay put. They're not going anywhere. Now, I got my pair in midnight black, but if you want something a little different, you can also get them in frost white, fog grey, or dusk purple. Dusk purple sounds good. Now, before we get on to the technical side of the earbuds, I also want to give a wee shout out to Soundcore for partnering with MusiCares. Now, MusiCares is a charity that was set up by the Recording Academy, and it helps musicians who are struggling with mental health issues, financial issues, or any kind of number of issues. So the fact that buying the Liberty 3 Pros helps out struggling musicians is just a cherry on the cake for me. That's a really nice touch. Okay, so we've talked about what they look like, and we've talked about the fact that they're partnered with a charitable organisation, but what do these guys sound like? I mean, that's the important bit, right? Well, I'm happy to say that they sound amazing. The Soundcore Liberty 3 Pros have the ACAA 2.0 coaxial driver technology. That's a really fancy way of saying that it's a really spacious, immersive sound. You almost feel like there's a gig inside your head, like you have a huge stage in this tiny space. The sound is crisp, it's clear, there's no distortion on it, and I have tried many different genres. I've tried lo-fi, jazz, metal, rock, pop, you name it, I've listened to it, and it just delivers on each and every front. But there's also the option of tweaking the settings through an app, so you can set it to whatever you like, and if you've got more bass driven music, you can get a more bass driven sound. They've just covered every base when it comes to sound quality. Now, noise cancelling, yes they are. When I put these headphones in, I didn't even have any music playing, and I could hardly hear anything outside of me. It's this warm, kind of enclosed feeling that I get with professional stage in-ear monitors, and that is not an easy thing to come by for wireless earbuds, so just on that front, they're fantastic. But they also feature Hear ID ANC technology, which is an algorithm that basically responds to the environment that it's within. So it will adapt so that the noise quality is always at an optimum level. It's just, I don't know how it works because I ain't no scientist, but that's impressive. So all in all, the Soundcore Liberty 3 Pros hit every mark for me. The style, the quality, the comfort, the price point, they've just covered every base, and they are a quality pair of earbuds that I use now in my daily life. I cannot go out without them. And if you want to purchase them, I'll put some links down below in the description, and go and get them. They are fantastic. So thank you so much to Soundcore for sending those along to me. You've changed my life, and let's get on with the video. Nice. Okay, so that was V. Again, this low larynx kind of placement. You could hear that it was very aspirate, so there was a lot more air, but there was a slight moment where he came into a more closed chord kind of configuration. That's where you get more vibration off of the vocal folds. So it got and it kind of blended out into an airy kind of sound. Really, really nice. That was really subtle as well. Usually the other guys that are not V have a more kind of a nasalized kind of texture, and it's a little bit more present, but this again was very, very aspirate. That would be a Tesco van that did that. So again, it's just very subtle, it's very blended out and almost whispery, but not whispery, because whispering is bad for you. Didn't know if you know that, but don't whisper. Lovely job. I can't wait to hear where this song goes. And then Jin goes and does that nasalized sound that I was talking about before. So this is way more pushed. It's got a lot of twang, which is coming from the epiglottis and from the velum at the same time, I think. So you get a mixture of oral and nasal twang. He's using a glottal style. So if you listen to V, everything starts with this kind of puff of air, or kind of a release of air, if you like. Whereas with Jin, everything's kind of the tone starts like a bang, and that gives a really punchy kind of sound. So when you've got that combined with that nasalized tone, it just has a really powerful kind of push to it. Really nice. Jimin. So again, he's got this lovely kind of sweet sound. That last wee bit there though was kind of pushed towards more that Jin kind of tone we were hearing just a second ago. The little flicks on the ends of all his phrases are becoming a real vocal fingerprint for me. I could probably tell who I was listening to just based on that like kind of sound that comes off of the end of stuff. For me, it sounds really kind of deliberate. My voice is a little bit heavier than his, so when you've got a really light tone to start with, it just kind of licks the ends of tones and gives a really nice flavour. Great. You know that I can't, I saw you me, I gave you me, 초라한 모습 보여줄 순 없어, 또 가면을 쓰고 날 만나러 가. Okay, so JK has now gone to where I would have expected him to go in the first instance, which was that more kind of nasalized sound. Maybe he went for that kind of breathy sound so that he blended with V and you got a bit more of a build from this sound. Really, really nice. It's the way that they can adapt their voices to whatever they need to do at the time is really, really good. Loved that little flip. It was kind of a hard flip from a chest voice into a head voice. So it's still kind of a connected sound, but you can hear a little bit of that kind of push is taken off of it. Gets a little bit lighter, but it's not in the realm of falsetto, which is super kind of breathy. Really good. Nice. Okay, they are just flipping around, kind of swapping tones here, there, and everywhere. So now Jin is doing that breathy, a little bit of a lower larynx sound, maybe not as much as you would expect from like V, for example, but so there's almost like a raised element to it, but it sounds like it's deepening. It's very confusing. It's hard to explain. It's like a tiny bit of a lower larynx, but I feel like my tongue's getting a bit higher to compensate, so it keeps everything on that kind of higher plane. Really beautiful sound though, absolutely delicious. My voice is set to go, so if you hear a little bit of croakiness, that's what that is. A harmony! I feel like I heard a harmony there with Jimin, but no one else is singing, so there's probably a track in the background here just to kind of smooth out that sound. I really want them to do it together. Again, I keep saying this and I'll probably get loads of abuse for it, but I really want to get into the bare bones of BTS and just start getting these ripping harmonies out of them, because I know they can do it and their voices are so beautiful together that I just want more harmonies. But gorgeous stuff so far. I'm so afraid. 결국엔 너도 날 쫓아나버릴까. 또 가면을 쓰고 날 만나러 가. Listen to the grit there. That's coming from like a relaxed larynx position. He's not retracting his false vocal folds, which sit above your true vocal folds. He's kind of letting them just kind of be at ease, and then as the airflow comes through your true vocal folds, it can kind of tickle them and you get a if you're really, really going for it. But when you add it into kind of a beltier sound, you can get a little bit of grit off that, and it just adds that kind of rockier texture or jazzier texture. It's just really nice to listen to. 예쁜 너를 닮은 꽃을 피운 다음 네가 내 나를 숨쉬는 걸 But I still want you. He has got such a clean voice. I know I say it all the time, but JK's like tonal quality is just so pure. His false vocal folds are obviously fully retracted all the time. So you're not getting any of that air interference, and you're just getting a complete clean sound from vocal fold to exit. It's delightful to listen to. I still want Okay, so here they're all kind of letting rip in different ways. So we're getting belts, we're getting high voice, head voice even, we're getting riffs, we're getting like squeezed nasal kind of pointed sounds. We're getting a lot. It doesn't sound completely overdone. It doesn't sound like they're throwing too much at it, and that's a very delicate balance to get, because once you get a bunch of people all vying to project the most, it can end up a bit messy, but this is still pretty clean. I'm enjoying it. Very nice. So we ended there with Jimin doing a little bit of a fry onset. Fry is slack vocal folds. It's where your vocal folds are really loose and limp, and you're just letting air bubble through. Is an easy way to kind of do fry. But when you mix that into your vocal, you get like just a little kind of tickle of texture before you get into your kind of voicing, if you like. Very nice. That was a lovely song, lovely performance. Very, very impressed. They're so good together. I want to get these harmonies out of them. And I know I'm just gonna get beaten up in the comments, but I don't care. I'm gonna be the BTS harmony wizard. I don't know. I don't know. Let's keep going. So I hope you liked that reaction. If you did, please give it a like and a thumbs up down below. And if you want to see more from me, hit subscribe, ring the bell, and anytime I have new content, you will be the first to know. So I guess all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining me. And how are we going to buy this one? I don't know, because my voice is fried. See, that didn't sound healthy. So I guess all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining me. And please like and subscribe. You can hear the tightness in the voice, right? It's a little bit croaky. Anyway, bye.